Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Grason and this is Tech with Me. Today I wanted to talk about gaming resolutions, more specifically 1080p. I think it's dead. Or is it dead? Could it be dying? I don't know. And even after writing this video, I still don't know. And maybe after watching this by the end, you won't either, but listen to me rant for a minute. I've been thinking a lot lately on how the PC gaming and PC building community has changed a lot, even in just the 6 years that I've been building custom PCs. When I first started building PCs, the 10 series cards had just came out, and my first GPU was a Gigabyte GTX 1060 6GB. As a matter of fact, I still have this card, and I use it in my girlfriend's rig to this day. It was a mid-end powerhouse, and it could run anything in 1080p with ease. But it was a few short years later that I upgraded to a 1440p monitor, and I knew it was time for an upgrade. Because as great of a card as it had been for me, it was not made to power 1440p. Cut to today, with cards like the 3060 and the 6700 XT out, which are marketed to be mid-end budget GPUs. Yet, unlike my trusty GTX 1060, they can power through 1440p without breaking a sweat. Now, let's jump a few tiers. With cards out like the 3080, the 4090, or even the 6900 XT, 4K 60 FPS is finally easily attainable. So here's my question for you guys. With even mid-end cards being able to run 1440p with ease, and higher end cards like the 3080 or the 6900 XT being able to tear through 1440p and run 4K 60 FPS easily, is the 1080p 60 frames per second gaming standard of old dying? Now, for productivity, office work, schools, home computing, or even competitive gaming, I think 1080p will still be the standard for a long time. I don't think it's dead or dying for that demographic, but I think for a majority of PC gamers, it may be on its last leg. Now, I'm not saying that 1080p 60 frames per second isn't still the bare minimum for gaming, but I would say if I were somebody building my first gaming rig or getting into the PC gaming community nowadays, and I built the modern equivalent of my original gaming rig with a 3060 rather than a 1060 in it, I think I would probably be leaning more towards 1440p rather than 1080p for my main resolution, because if your card can run it, why not? Sure, I would probably drop the resolution for competitive games like CSGO or Overwatch or even Rainbow Six, but otherwise, I think most people would probably prefer the added graphical fidelity. The 3060 has made huge moves in popularity over the past few years, even surpassing the previous king, the 1060, on the Steam hardware survey. Now, I know what you're thinking. It looks like the 1060 is number 1 on the list, right? Well, kind of. For whatever reason, the Steam hardware survey combines all versions of the 1060 into one listing, regardless of if it's a 1060 3GB, a 6GB, or even a laptop version of the GPU. They still combine them all. Whereas with the 3060, the full-size card and the laptop version of the card have 2 different listings on the list. And if you take them both and combine them, all of a sudden, the 3060 is number 1. Steam's hardware survey shows that the number 1 most used GPU out there is a card that can cut through 1440p 16 FPS easily, and to top it all off, that's not even talking about the added performance that you get with a 30 series card using DLSS. I can't even remember the last time that a major monitor announcement was made for a 1080p monitor. Nowadays, it's all either 1440p or 4K. And I could be wrong, I haven't actually checked this, but I feel like a majority of the monitors that I see when I walk through my local Best Buy tend to be 1440p monitors. I feel like most of what's marketed for gamers nowadays is 1440p, and if we go to Best Buy's website to filter out their gaming monitors to see how they balance out 1440p versus 4K versus 1080p, well, 1080p wins, but not nearly by as much as you would expect. It wins by only 6 more monitors. It is nearly 50-50. And I wish we could pull up the sales figures, because I'm curious to know, out of monitors sold, what percentage are 1440p or 4K versus 1080p monitors? At least as far as gaming monitors goes, because I'm sure 1080p monitors sell more by a lot as far as office, home computing, and school uses go. But either way, with such a thin margin, 1080p is clearly losing ground, which leaves the question, is 1080p a dying resolution for gaming? Well, I don't know. but I do feel like the writing might be on the wall. Higher resolutions are becoming more and more easy and even cheaper to run, and higher than 1080p monitors are cheaper and more available than ever. When mid-end cards and higher resolution gaming monitors are this easy to get, why would you settle for less? But that's it for now, friends. What do you guys think? Is 1080p a dying resolution? Let me know down below in the comments. I know this is going to be a super divisive topic, and everybody's going to either think I'm an idiot or think I'm right. I don't know which way it's going to go. I don't even know what I think, but I'm excited to see what you guys think. Thank you guys very, very kindly for watching. My name is Grayson, and this has been Tech with me.